Hello everybody, this is Stalli111 here, and welcome to What If Fallout 3 was made into a movie. I've done all the casts so far, and this is us getting into the plot on what quests should be in it. So I'm going to start from the very beginning in the introduction. So Ron Perlman, the narrator, says his usual stuff and introduces the backstory of Fallout very much, and tells us about how the Great War collides with the story of the Lone Wanderer, and obviously will say his famous quote, war never changes. Obviously I can't do it in his voice, but that alongside with clips, maybe archived footage, or just some pictures that have been within the games to act as a a line with the Fallout games and the Fallout film. So then we're just gonna have, you know, the usual archive footage, and then coming in with the next sequence would be a nuke exploding, as is in the sequence for Ron Perlman with his speaking at the introduction of it, and as soon as it explodes and the mushroom cloud goes up, you hear a baby crying, and it fades into the birth scene of the Lone Wanderer, which we there see Dr. Lee and obviously your dad, who we've got Liam Neeson playing as. Then we may hear a lot of screaming, because obviously, spoiler alert, your mother is dying. She dies, and then maybe Liam Neeson shouts to Dr. Lee, get the kid out here, or something along the lines of that. Maybe beforehand, Liam Neeson says, "Oh my goodness, we've got a baby boy, it's a baby boy," and obviously we've casted a male actor, so it's going to be a male character in the film. Then when Dr. Lee pushes us out of the room where your mother is obviously dying in, it fades out and it says 1 year later somewhere on the screen, and then it goes into a first person perspective looking at maybe your father, and he hands the child, or puts down on the ground in front of him, the special book, which Fallout fans will know that's where you allocate each skill for, well, your game. But maybe it just has maybe does random stuff about being strong and being charismatic and being nice to people, but not obviously like the layout of the normal book. But maybe it was something similar, you know, it's like a child's book, so why not? Then the child maybe gets picked up by the father and says, "You're going to be a big strong guy like me," or something like that. If well, presume it's going to be taking place of someone who chooses the high amount of strength in the special book. Then it fades out as Liam Neeson is walking away from the camera, looks out the room, and it fades away to light again. It says 9 years later, and then big flash, and as the flash goes, maybe some what are they called? The party, the little whistle thing. I can't remember the name of them. The thing that people blow, going and surprise, and basically like tinfoil coming down from the sky. It's all surprised, and everyone's like happy. It's your birthday. You're 10 years old, and you're greeted by Amata, who says, "Hey, happy birthday," and gives you the comics. Says, "Here, found it in my dad's stash," or something like that. And I know you'll love the series. Then maybe the robot destroys the cake, and well, you get given a sweet roll from the old lady. I can't remember her name. It's a side character, has a few words, not really worth a cast member on. But then Butch comes up to you and says, "Hey, give me a sweet roll, stupid birthday party," or something stupid like that. then your dad takes you down after going. You see him in the background, maybe Liam Neeson going over to an intercom. Just you don't hear anything, but you see him going over, and then comes over to the Lone Wanderer and says, "Come down. Me and Jonas have got a surprise for you." That's where Jonas comes in. Then you go downstairs, the Lone Wanderer follows his dad and goes down, gets a BB gun and starts shooting some rad roaches, and then Jonas maybe takes a picture of father-son time, pretty much, and that flash goes off, and it's another white light, and it's 6 years after, 6 years later. Then we've got the goat test with the Lone Wanderer. Just before he goes into the room, basically Amata's getting bullied, just like in the game, and he basically pushes Butch out of the way, and basically has a small brawl with him. Then maybe he gives up and runs away to Turtle Snake's rule or something silly like that, like he does, and runs off to the classroom, which Lone Wanderer follows and does the test, but you only see him do a couple of questions because we don't want to push too much time in, and then it just fades out, maybe zooming in on his question paper while he's writing something down. And then it says 3 years later. Now this is the action scene that's going to introduce action to the actual video game movie. So it says after 3 years later, it fades out, but maybe some sirens going off. You hear a flashing light, just like a few, like a bit, I don't know how to say it, like a beam of light just every few seconds, and then you starts coming in like you're deafened, but then you come to, like, your body comes to life in it a way. You get another sense going. You've got sight nearly, and then you hear the siren going, like in the game, the vault siren, and then you see Amata, like eyes properly open now. You see a flashing light, and you see Amata in first person view, and she tells you about the escape tunnel. Everyone's trying to find you. Saying my dad's gonna, he killed Jonas because your dad escaped. He ran off, and basically tells you about the escape tunnel, and then she tells you to run. Then you run. The Lone Wanderer runs through the vault, avoiding, and possibly actually he's got a pistol. He's 19 years old, I believe, and he's got a pistol now, and he maybe has to kill somebody to get past. He's quite an innocent character at the start. We believe he's innocent. So when he tries to avoid the pursuers, but he possibly has to kill at least one or something like that. Then when he gets to the vault door, Amata's just comes rushing after and says, "Oh, thank God you made it, you're safe." And then he says, "Oh, come with me." And she says, "No, I can't." And then 2 guards come in. The door's just opened. It's just basically just enough space for him to go. He basically shoots 1 bullet at them and sprints for the cavern after, like behind the door. He's running. He's getting shot at. He hears the bullets. He does not care. He just keeps on going for that light. He sees a dim ray of light coming through the door that he's running for. Then the bullets start getting quieter when they get shot, and obviously the guards would run out of ammo, and he finally reaches the door, opens it up, big beam of light on the camera, like blinding light, and then it, not obviously for the viewers, but like it's like really bright, and then it just fades out, and then you see the wasteland, and there it is. That's the wasteland. You're open up to the first view of the wasteland as it is after the Great War. So I'm going to stop right there and end episode 1 of the plot. So that is what if Fallout 3 was made into a movie, the starting sequence, the opening sequence to the game, the game movie. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like, drop comments on what your views are, and subscribe for more content like this, and make sure to join in us for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace out.